Okay, I'm doing a video of the Jeep, a walk around, I guess they call it. And unfortunately, it's crystal clear blue skies, and the sun is not doing any justice to how incredibly beautiful this original paint is. You'll see it in the still photographs. It's got a incredible shine. There you go, as you can see. Just you know what? The upholstery is still like new. The door panels, you're gonna see all the still photographs, but she's a beauty. There's no cracking on the dash. Just still virtually, and I hate to say it, but it is still literally like new. There's all your original tags, the original stickers. I know there's one at the bottom of the doors too, I think. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that beeping will drive you nuts. I got my old work shirt on here, so this Jeep came with factory tinted glass everywhere. Of course, it's got factory air conditioning, but I don't know if I can parallel it down the sides so you can just see I mean, it's like a mirror down the sides when you parallel it. You know, usually they're all dented up, and you know, to find a virgin, original, unmolested, with the exception of the winch on this, as I mentioned, this Jeep is 100% stock. Literally one owner from brand new. It went to a second owner who drove it, I want to say 50 miles. Maybe he told me 30, but maybe 50 miles. He had to go drive it to have all brand new tires installed, which are on it right now. They don't even have, I'm going to say just right around what I thought, 30 to 50 miles on them. Brand new. Got the receipt with the full alignment that was completed after they were put on. The story was the original owners bought this and they bought it in Flagstaff, Arizona. And they owned it for 17 years. They went to the dealership, Chapman in Nevada, next door neighboring state, basically, and they traded it in. Chapman had it on their lot, and the second owner, which I mentioned, that put 30 to 50 miles on it to be safely not exaggerating or under exaggerating, he purchased it, and he was having a hard time. He purchased a complete lift kit, which he was going to put on just so it would be a more comfortable drive from factory original equipment, but never got to it. His intention was to keep this thing forever. He brought it to Z-Bart in New York. You'll see it on the Carfax, and I think he said he paid $1,800 to have it professionally treated underneath with the Z-Bart. He also, at that time, had a electric start installed so he could electrically start it. He had an amputated leg, as he told me, and he was kind of a heavy-set guy, as he mentioned. He just he couldn't get comfortable behind the wheel. He said he was kind of a little bit too big, and that's the only reason he let it go. He had his eyes on a bigger Toyota Land Rover, I believe it was, so he ended up letting me have this Jeep. He never got to drive it. So other than just bringing it to the dealership to have the tires mounted and then to have it inspected. So he had it fully inspected in the state of New York. Land once again, I'm going to try to parallel this so you can see down the sides. It's literally like a mirror. There's no dimples or pucks or door dings, or the paint is absolutely gorgeous on this old Jeep. You know, you got to remember it's 17 years old, and this thing has been taken care of its entire life. Got the sun reflection coming in here, but I think you can get an idea of the condition. The upholstery, as I say, they consider these a survivor, but the fine one, the Jeep experts, from people I've talked to, said there's probably an estimated maybe 30 to 40 of these that exist in the United States that haven't been modified with a lift kit or Jeep modifications. As I mentioned, it's the original owners put a front winch on it, brand new. It's never been used. I'm not sure this top has ever been off. It's in immaculate condition. Another really rare accessory was the dealer installed windshield protector. So in the hot sun of Arizona, the dashes, all the plastic in the hot states would literally destroy your dash. The dash is still like brand new. He always had it covered with the dealer installed canvas that covers the windshield. That's in the back, as you've seen. I don't know if I can parallel it this side. All 6 original factory wheels are with this Jeep. One's on the spare, obviously, and then the 4 that came on the vehicle. These were 16-inch, and on the Rubicon Unlimited, the other TJs were 15-inch wheels. So this has been driven, you saw the mileage, 52, I think it was, but careful miles. Sometimes they say buying a higher mileage classic, where all the seals stay lubricated over the years with, it's unbelievable, the maintenance, all the oil changes. So it's got your typical flea bites, you know, from driving down the highway. I would think you can see, you know, like this. There's one right there, and there's a couple tiny ones. Oh boy, where the heck are they? It's almost impossible to even see them. There's a couple right there on the grill. You can barely see them, I guess. The winch is still literally, it's never been used, obviously, but and that's your grill, and the hood is gorgeous. I just did complete oil changes. I flushed the rear end, the front end, the transmission, and the transfer case, everything's all brand new, flushed. I just did a complete radiator flush. The radiator fluid in this thing was like brand new. It didn't even need to be done, but I flushed it out professionally with acetone and back flushed the heater core. This thing blows beautiful heat. The air conditioning works exceptionally nice. This was ordered with the subwoofer and the 6 CD package. Kind of a rare option. I don't know if I can, oh, here goes the beeping. I think if you look down, you can see the subwoofer. Unmolested. Truly a needle in the haystack. You know, I see these advertised and they call them the unicorn. They're just so rare. Very limited amount were made. I think 1,300 of them. Of those, 17 years later, there's only a handful of them that exist. Of that, this color was a $150 option. They call it light khaki metallic. It was like I say, it was a $150 option. It's automatic transmission, which was $800 option. If you got the 6-speed standard, it was there was no charge for that. Okay, well, thank you for looking. I'll go for a test drive in a few minutes and show you how she runs. Drives, shifts like a brand new Jeep, really. Thank you for looking.